Hello, my name is Casey, and I'm 59 years old. I want to share a part of my life story with you. I was lucky to be married to the love of my life, Milo, for 17 wonderful years. We were blessed with a son named Cody, who brought so much light and joy into our lives. Raising him was an absolute pleasure. But when Cody turned 17, our world was shattered. Milo was diagnosed with cancer, and within a year he was gone. It was devastating for both Cody and me. We spent years grieving, and even now the pain still lingers. Losing Milo was like losing a part of myself. He was my soulmate, and we had always promised each other that we would be together until the end. The fact that he left this world before me was heart-wrenching. We had dreams of growing old together, but life had other plans. Amidst my grief, I realized that I still had a piece of Milo in my life. Our son, Cody. He became my reason to keep going. Instead of dwelling in sorrow, I focused on taking care of Cody. I worked hard to provide him with the life he deserved. Every day I made sure he knew how much I loved him. I celebrated his achievements, reminding him that his father would have been proud too. Cody's presence was a comfort, a reminder of the love Milo and I shared. Even though my heart ached for Milo, I poured my love into Cody just as we had always promised each other we would. As Cody grew up, he chose to stay close to me and attend a college nearby. He continued living with me during his college years. It was during that time that he met Lacey, who would later become his wife. They crossed paths when they were sophomores, and soon enough they began dating. I was pleased to see Cody finding love, and I welcomed Lacey into our lives when Cody introduced us after 6 months of dating. At first I thought Lacey was a nice girl, and I was genuinely happy that Cody had found someone to love and cherish. But as the years went on, I sensed a change in Lacey's behavior towards me. She started being rude, making hurtful comments about my appearance or clothes, especially when Cody wasn't around. I tried talking to Cody about it, hoping he would understand, but he couldn't believe that Lacey would act that way. Reluctantly, I decided to minimize my interactions with her, hoping that things would get better over time. As time passed, Cody proposed to Lacey and they got married. I was overjoyed to witness my son's happiness, and I wholeheartedly congratulated the newlyweds. For a while, there were no major issues between Lacey and me. I hoped that maybe the rough patches we had experienced earlier were just bumps in the road, and we could all move forward as a family. However, the peaceful period didn't last forever. Sometimes things aren't what they seem, and as life went on, a storm was brewing that would change everything. As the years passed, Cody was still living with me because he was working hard to start his own business. I wanted to support him in every way I could, so I let him and Lacey stay with me. Lacey's job didn't bring in enough money for them to manage on their own, so I gladly helped them out. I covered their expenses and insisted they save wherever they could, assuring them that I would take care of things. During the first year of their marriage, things seemed all right. Cody's business was slowly picking up, but he wasn't earning enough to fully support himself and Lacey yet. Lacey treated me decently, at least on the surface. There were still moments when she would be a bit unkind, making snide remarks, but I tried my best to handle it. I believed that over time our relationship might improve and that things would work out for all of us. One day, Cody had gone to visit a distant friend, leaving me and Lacey at home together. I thought it would be a great bonding moment to share with Lacey, so I approached Lacey and asked her if she would want to spend the day with me. "Hey, Lacey, I was thinking, since Cody's out visiting a friend, maybe we could spend some time together, watch movies, maybe do some nail painting, just have a nice girls' day." "Are you serious? You think I'd want to spend the day with you?" "Well, yeah, I thought it might be fun for us to hang out." "You must be crazy if you think I'd waste my time with that. Why on earth would I want to do anything with you?" I just thought it could be a nice way for us to connect and spend some quality time together." "Oh, please, don't act like you're all innocent and caring. I've seen how close you are to Cody. It's honestly creepy." "Creepy? He's my son. We've been through a lot together, especially after his father passed away. Of course we're close." "That's exactly my point. No man should be that attached to his mother. He should only have one woman he values, and that's his partner. Cody and I have a strong bond, and I'm not going to apologize for that. We've been each other's support for years. Well, I don't care about your history. Just so you know, the only reason I haven't kicked you out of here is because you're the one providing for us. You don't mean that. I've been helping you both because I care about Cody, and I thought we could be a family. Family? You and I will never be family, so do whatever you want. Just remember, I'm only tolerating you for now. I didn't know what to say. I just watched Lacey as she smirked and shut the door in my face. Oh, I couldn't help but feel heartbroken realizing that my son had married someone who seemed to dislike his close bond with me. I went over memories in my head, trying to see if I had been overbearing or had caused any problems for them, but I couldn't remember a single instance. I always gave Cody and Lacey their space, respecting their privacy in the house, and never imposed my opinions on them. Cody and I had a special routine. We'd have daily conversations over tea, sharing stories about our days and catching up. Sometimes we'd even go out for lunch on the days when I worked half shifts and Lacey was at work. I never thought there was anything wrong with that, after all. Cody was the light of my life, and I cherished every moment I could spend with him. To me, it was just a normal, loving relationship between a mother and her son. With my mind made up, I decided to talk to Cody about what had been bothering me. That evening after he returned home, I sat him down and shared my feelings about my conversation with Lacey. I hoped that by being open and honest, we could work through any misunderstandings and find a way to strengthen our family bonds. Little did I know, this conversation would mark the beginning of a much more complex and unexpected journey. I can't believe she said that to you! Mom, I'm really sorry about how Lacey treated you. No, you don't need to apologize for her actions. I don't expect her to say sorry either. What I do hope is for a chance to help her understand healthy family relationships and maybe build a better connection. I'll talk to Lacey about all of this. Thank you. It means a lot to me. After that night, something changed between Lacey and Cody, and I didn't know what had happened. But what I did know was that Lacey's attitudes toward me turned even more hostile. She seemed to relish in saying mean things to me and finding ways to make my day harder. It was like she was deliberately trying to upset me. What hurt the most was that Cody started to distance himself from me. Our special tea time conversations, where we used to share our thoughts and laughter, suddenly stopped. It was devastating to see our bond weaken, and I felt a sense of confusion and sadness that I couldn't shake off. I tried talking to Cody, hoping to get some clarity, but he brushed it off, saying it was nothing. His vague responses left me feeling even more upset. One day, when I returned home, I found my bags packed and sitting outside the house. Confusion and alarm filled me as I stood there, wondering what was going on. I rang the doorbell repeatedly, hoping someone would answer. I could see Cody and Lacey's cars in the driveway, so I knew they were home. I tried calling both of them, but neither answered their phones. Desperate to understand, I kept ringing the doorbell and even banged on the door, hoping they would let me in. Finally, Lacey opened the door, looking annoyed by my persistence. It was hard to comprehend how things had escalated to this point, and the uncertainty of what was happening weighed heavily on my heart. "Why are you disturbing us?" "Mom." "Lacey, why is my stuff outside? What's happening?" "Seriously? Are you too dumb to get it? Your things are out because we found my gold bracelet, the one my dad gave me for our wedding, in your room. I swear, I didn't take any jewelry from you." "Save the act. You always hated me, so of course you tried to do anything to get rid of me, even if that means stealing. What did you even plan to do with the bracelet? Taunt me to leave?" No, I would never do anything like that. Cody, please, you have to believe me at least." "I don't know, Mum." "We don't want a liar and a thief around. You're not welcome in our home anymore." Feeling heartbroken and confused, I watched as Lacey closed the door in my face, and the weight of the situation made me feel crushed. What was even more painful was Cody's silence. He didn't say anything to defend me. It felt like the strong bond we had was slipping away, and that hurt so much. I never thought I'd have to go through the pain on my own, son not standing up for me. I didn't want to make a big scene outside the house, so I called an Uber and went to my sister Matilda's place. When I got there, tears were flowing down my face, and she quickly understood that something was wrong. She helped me inside and listened as I told her everything that had happened, every hurtful thing that had been said and done. Matilda was rightfully angry on my behalf, and I felt so grateful for her support.
How did Cody manage to kick you out of your own house?
When Milo was really sick, he changed his will to leave the house to Cody once he turned 18. I agreed to it. Our savings were gone due to Milo's treatments, and he felt guilty for not leaving anything for Cody. He thought Cody should have the house as an apology gift.
How could you let him do that? It sounds like a reckless decision.
I know. When Milo believed Cody should take charge as the man of the household, I agreed because I loved Milo and Cody was our world.
I understand. Even if I think it was a bit foolish. You're always welcome here. Stay as long as you need to get back on your feet.
Thank you. I appreciate your support. The following 3 days were a blur of sadness and feeling really overwhelmed. I was drowning in sorrow, replaying all the hurtful events over and over in my mind. The pain of being kicked out of my own home, the damage of my relationship with Cody, and the unkindness from Lacey were almost too much to handle. Every moment that went by seemed to make me feel even more down, like I was sinking deeper into sadness. Finding a glimmer of hope was hard. My emotions felt so heavy. On the 4th day, Cody called me and asked if I was free to talk.
Hey, Mom. Are you free to talk?
What do you want?
Look, I'm really sorry for everything that happened. I want to make it up to you.
Make it up? How are you going to do that?
I want to get revenge on Lacey, and I want your help.
Revenge? What are you talking about? Where are you now?
I'm serious, Mom. I'm at a point where I can't take it anymore. Can we talk about this face to face? I'm not far from where you are.
Fine. I'm at Matilda's place. You can come over, but you've got an hour to explain everything. And if I'm not satisfied, I won't be helping you.
An hour is all I need. I'll be there soon.
Cody showed up at my sister's place 15 minutes later. I took a good look at Cody and realized that my son looked like he hadn't slept in days. He had dark eyes, and his face looked pale and sunken. He hadn't shaved his beard, and a messy stubble sat in place of his usually clean-shaven face. Overall, he looked an absolute mess. All my anger towards him was replaced by concern. Cody, you look like you haven't slept. What's going on? Are you okay?
A lot has happened since you left, Mum. Since I was kicked out by your wife while you watched. I know, and I'm sorry about that. Lacey made me choose between her and you, and when I didn't immediately take her side, she thought I was on her side.
So, what made you change your mind about all this?
That night after you left, I couldn't sleep. Lacey was sleeping like a baby, and it bothered me. Her phone was buzzing non-stop, so I got curious and checked it out. It was Reddit notifications. She had posted something there that was getting a lot of comments.
What was the post about?
She had posted about throwing you out. The more I read, the more I realized she had been sabotaging you for a while, hating you from the start. She planned to get rid of you all along. I tried to tell you, but you'd never listened. I know, Mum, and I'm sorry. She's been gaslighting me, telling me you were making things up to get between us. I never saw through it. Cody, all I ever wanted was for you to be happy. Why would I try to sabotage that? I don't know, Mum. I'm so sorry. Let her manipulate me and hurt you. Well, now you know the truth. What do you want to do about it? I want to make things right. I want to expose her for what she's done. I want her to feel the consequences. I didn't really know how to feel at that moment. On one side, I was relieved that my son Cody had finally realized how cruel his wife, Lacey, had been. But on the other side, it was heartbreaking to think that he had easily believed her lies about his own mother without any proof. It hurt a lot. Despite all that, I made up my mind to move forward and help him. I focused on the fact that he had come back to me, and that made me genuinely happy. Plus, I had the determination to make Lacey pay for what she had tried to do to our relationship. So, I told Cody that I was on his side and that I would help him.
Cody's smile was wide and full of gratitude. We spent the next couple of hours brainstorming ideas on how to deal with Lacey's behavior. The plan started to take shape, and it felt good to work together as a team, mother and son. The next day I went to Cody's house as we had planned. Lacey wasn't there yet, but Cody let me know that she would be coming home soon. I made sure my phone was recording, and I asked Cody if he had set up the cameras. He assured me that everything was ready to go. As we waited, we heard the sound of Lacey's car pulling into the driveway. Cody quickly rushed upstairs after wishing me luck. It seemed like Lacey had spotted my car because she stormed into the house with an angry expression on her face. She saw me sitting in the living room and angrily demanded to know what I was doing there. "What the hell are you doing here?" "I came to pick up some of my things that you forgot to pack." "Where's Cody?" "Cody offered to pack my things, since I was thrown out for stealing." "Stop lying, well damn you didn't steal that bracelet." "What are you talking about, Lacey? Don't play dumb with me. I know you didn't take it." "There's no evidence of anything. I might have been tired from working to provide for everyone and accidentally taken your bracelet instead of mine. I'm sorry for any misunderstanding." "Oh, spare me the act. You just want to come back and win Cody over again." "No, that's not my intention. I planted that bracelet in your room. I've had enough of you and Cody being so close. I got you out of our lives, and I won't let you ruin that." "Wait, are you saying that you deliberately set me up?" "Of course I did." Just then, Cody entered the room. I began crying, and Cody looked alarmed. He asked me what was wrong and why I was crying. Lacey rolled her eyes and told Cody that I was trying to make a scene. Cody raised a brow in question, and she said that I had come back to lie to him so I could live with them again. Cody looked at me in shock and asked her if what Lacey was saying was true. I shook my head, and instead of saying anything, I played the recording of the entire conversation I had just had with Lacey back to Cody. Lacey's face paled. Cody looked angry. He turned to look at Lacey and demanded an explanation. "Explain yourself, Lacey." Casey, she edited a pre-recorded audio to manipulate you, Cody." "If you truly believe that, then you shouldn't have any issue with us checking the living room cameras to see the real conversation." "When did you set up cameras?" "Since the day my mother was accused of taking your jewelry. I wanted to ensure our safety. I was planning to tell you when you got back." "Fine! The recording is true. Pack your things and get out of our house and our lives." "Babe, please, I was only looking out for you." "If you were looking out for me, you would have understood why my mum was so important to me. Don't even try to act innocent. Get out." "I won't let you ruin my life like this. I'll fight for the house in the divorce proceedings." "The house has been mine long before our marriage. You won't get it. Good luck." Lacey looked like her entire life had turned upside down. In the next few days, Lacey peacefully signed the divorce papers without asking for a court trial because she knew she couldn't afford to pay for a lawyer. I knew that she had no family in our state, and all her friends lived in different states too. I also knew that her pay wouldn't allow her to purchase a plane ticket anywhere, so she would be stuck living in a motel. In case she managed to secure funds to go anywhere, Cody decided to release the recordings to her friends and family. They had all been disgusted by her behavior and had cut her off. Lacey tried to confront us, but Cody told her that she messed with his family, so he was only getting back at her. The last time I heard, Lacey was still living in a motel and was working 2 jobs just to make ends meet. I felt a little bad for Lacey, and if Lacey had shown even an ounce of remorse, I would have been more than willing to help her. But Lacey was still very hostile towards me, and it was evident in her texts to me. She sent nearly every day. With time, Cody's business started doing really well. He worked hard and earned more than enough money for both of us. With money troubles gone, I could finally stop working and enjoy my days doing things I liked. I spent lots of good times with Cody, making our bond stronger and cherishing each moment. Life got back to normal, a peaceful routine that helped us heal. My hobbies and being with my son made me feel better. In the end, our story is about being strong and forgiving, and the strong bond between a mother and her son. Even though things were hard, it brought us to a place of strength, growth, and a new way to see the good things in life.